Where the drugs are concerned and alcohol, they do seem to open a window for you. They do seem to broaden the vistas at first.
At first.
The thing you have to do is learn when, it's like all these great writers who became drinkers. You have to sort of, I find with pot, I'm not a big drug user anymore, but I have always a joint somewhere near me.
Somewhere near me. Somewhere.
Might be hidden. Might be hidden.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Phlava. The Phlava today is part 2 of Jon Stewart interviewing George Carlin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any future videos. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at part 2 of Jon Stewart interviewing George Carlin.
Sort of stuck inside.
Was there ever any fear that by giving up the drugs, you lose a bit of the genius by giving up the wild lifestyle, sanity being the enemy?
Well, that has been a canard for a long time, that most of this creativity comes from being wacky. And I'm sure there's a lot of truth in that, as far as just being plain old wacky. Where the drugs are concerned and alcohol, they do seem to open a window for you. They do seem to broaden the vistas at first.
At first.
The thing you have to do is learn when, it's like all these great writers who became drinkers. You have to sort of, I find with pot, I'm not a big drug user anymore, but I have always a joint somewhere near me.
Somewhere near me. Somewhere.
Might be hidden. Might be hidden. And what I do, and I hardly touch it maybe once a month, that would be frequent for me. But when I'm writing something, and I write perfectly straight, perfectly sober, and I write a whole lot of stuff, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages, and I really pour it out, the next day, one hit is all I need now. One hit, and it's punch-up time. Time to get this thing going. And you do find, with that sort of judicious use, I find there's some value in it. But most of the things we use don't let you leave them alone.
In excess.
They don't. Pot does, thank goodness for that.
Well, that's excellent. What? Sorry? You can applaud if you wish. That's more than fair.
Good for nothing.
You can wonder.
Yes, thank you.
Why do you still care? Why do you still care enough to keep, you're at a point in your life where you could go back, you could do your month in Vegas and Florence Henderson could open up and you could go and hit a couple of balls and then some pinball. Why do you still care so much?
Well, I'm not comparing myself to any of these people, believe me. But you wouldn't say to Picasso, when are you going to put those brushes down? Get rid of the canvas, you've done it. I'm an entertainer, first and foremost, but there's art involved here, and an artist has an obligation to be en route, to be going somewhere. There's a journey involved here, and you don't know where it is, and that's the fun. So you're always going to be seeking and looking and going and trying to challenge yourself. So without sitting around thinking of that a lot, it drives you and it keeps you trying to be fresh, trying to be new, trying to call on yourself a little more,
And willing to put up with the grueling promotional schedule and everything else. You've got,
the only way.
Picasso never had to do morning shows in Albuquerque.
And the only way I can do this is to go where the people are. They will not come to my house. We've offered bus rides and everything. They will not come. I have to go to Stevens Point, Wisconsin, or wherever it is. And the audiences are great, and they buy the tickets ahead of time, and they really wait for you to come there and see it. In the theaters and concert halls, it's special, because the audience, they do it beforehand, and you're the whole evening. In Las Vegas, you're an afterthought. You're an also. Well, we could go gambling, we could go hookering, we could get drunk, we could go to the convention. No, let's go see this guy. And if they like you, they do, but they're not committed fans. So it's a different tone there. But it still works. You can still do some things there that you can feel good about,
Do you feel your place in comedy now? Do you feel that, because we've been spending a lot of time at the festival, and everybody that I would mention, hey, I'm going to do this George Carlin tribute, and their faces light up, and to a person, really, Carlin? And can I meet him? Is he around? Do you feel that place? Is that
Well,
you know,
that is growing on me. I think, longevity is a wonderful thing. Sometimes you get applause just for not being dead when you say, it's true. When you say, I'm going to be 60, they applaud that. You're wonderful, not dead, 60. But I'm getting a sense of it. When you're in planes 3 days a week, I go out every Friday, I come home every Monday. It's 3 different cities, 3 different nights, airports, hotel lobbies, and people are wonderful. I love individuals. I hate groups of people. I hate people who have a group of people with a common purpose. Because pretty soon they have little hats, and armbands, and fight songs, and a list of people they're going to visit at 3 a.m. So I dislike and despise groups of people, but I love individuals. Every person you look at, you can see the universe in their eyes if you're really looking, and they're great. And so cumulatively, I have gotten the feeling that I'm in this big family, a family life I never had, by the way, this, so to say, extended family of people who feel like you're their cousin. It's like, Georgie, 1961, I saw you. Hey, remember that? Yeah. Oh, and you know what you said? And I say, did I? Oh, yeah. So it's, it's just great. And so cumulatively, you say, well, I guess I'm in the family. I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Do you think, does it boil down? After 10 HBO hours, after a multitude of best-selling albums, after Grammy nominations, after Emmy nominations, after Cable Ace Awards, does it all boil down to what you had said originally, that it's about, hey, dig me?
Hey, look at me, ain't I cute? It's just a job is called showing off. And if you can get them to not only stop and listen, but say, isn't he cute? You're cute. If you can get the approval. See, in our school, we didn't have grades, so we didn't have A's, B's, and C's, and D's. The only A's I got, and this is a little corny, I got their attention, I got their approval, their admiration, their approbation, and their applause. And those were the only A's I wanted, and I got them.
And I
certainly have mine, so. I just want to say that I can't tell you enough what a pleasure this has been for me to spend some time with you and to be a part of this show. And thank you very much for all the wonderful
to know you a little, and you are going to show us a lot, and I look forward to it.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen. Part 2, Jon Stewart interviewing George Carlin. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any future videos. Until next time, deuces.
No.